Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Incredible greetings. All right, if you guys can let me, I don't know, because I heard the audio on my phone a little bit earlier. So make sure, like, if you guys can let me know if it's feedbacking for you guys or if there's an echo, that would be great. All right. And then we're going to get started. As you guys can see from the thumbnail on the screen, we are going to do I call it a peekaboo text design. Okay. So no echo. Awesome. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you. Incredible greetings, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello. Thank you for joining us from the United Kingdom. Welcome. Incredible afternoon. That's my city girl. Period. Bernadette, thank you guys so very much for jumping on. As you guys come on, if you can drop a hey, how you doing? Drop a comment. Make sure you guys like the video. If you're watching live over on YouTube, make sure that you click out of the live chat and you go over to the main part of the video and give the video a like before you guys leave. Share the video out. If you're watching over on Facebook, tag a friend. So like I said, as you can see from the screen, we are going to do, it's kind of going around. There's a couple videos and it's like, you know, it's kind of set up and it's like a Canva hack. Why are you not? Hold on. Okay, there we go. It's kind of like set up as a Canva hack, but I call it just like a peekaboo text. So we're going to make this to where it gives the appearance of a background image peekabooing through a top layer where there's just text. You're going to cover a part of it and it's just going to peekaboo through that area. And you're just going to put some words there. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do this from two different platforms, Silhouette Studio as well as Canva. Because I'm often asked, you know, about doing things in Canva, a lot of people are learning to use Canva because there are some great design features within the program. Now, for this one, I will say, I feel like Silhouette Studio, it isn't a lot easier. And I'm going to ask for you guys to let me know which way would you prefer. And in this demonstration, we're going to see why it's important to invest time into learning more than one software, because some can be a lot easier than others for like what some will consider like basic things. Being able to modify and add different elements to it can be a little bit easier from different platforms. Okay, so we're going to take a look at both Silhouette Studio and Canva. We're going to start with Canva and then we're going to go to Silhouette Studio. Sounds like a plan? Welcome. Sounds like a plan, guys? All right, so I see a yep over here. Sounds great. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me go back real quick here. Okay, add to stage. There we go. Okay, I don't need to be on the stage. There we go. And all right, we are in Canva. So it is going to be a little bit different than in Silhouette Studio. The one thing with Silhouette Studio is you can do this literally with any font. When it comes to Canva and doing this, it requires you to use frames because it's going to be us putting in images inside those letter frames. All right. So Canva, you're going to need letter frames. And then once you click on it, we're going to resize it. In Canva, however many letters you have, you're going to need that many duplicates in order to accomplish this look. And then you're going to have to move some things around on the layers panel. So once again, letter frames, double clicking on it to kind of get to the crop window, but then we're going to resize it. And then a shape tool, which is we're going to make a rectangle. And then you're going to have to know how to navigate your layers to be able to pull that down to a different layer. As you guys can see here, we're going to do a design with Usher. Just coming off of the Super Bowl performance. The new album is out, the tour. Can't wait for it to come to Miami. And I saw this trend with some other things, but I'm like, why not do it with Mr. Raymond? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add a page to this and just bring this down. So I'm going to just click on his picture and we're going to duplicate it and bring this down. Come on. To this page. All right. So here is our image. So what we have to do is bring in letter frames. So we're going to go over to elements. And I'm already typed in letter frame. And as you can see, there's a lot of different styles here. So you're not limited because they do have a lot of different styles that you can choose from. So I'm just going to go up to the top to the basic ones, and we're going to add in USHER. Well, just to that. We're not doing Raymond. Okay, so USHER. Okay, so we have those on the screen. I'm going to drag and select all of those, and I'm going to go to the 3 dots. Now, I am doing this from a computer. It's the same, but a little bit different when you're doing this from a mobile device. But for the most part, it's kind of the same from a mobile device and a desktop or laptop. So I'm going to come to the 3 dots, which I think that part is a little bit different on the mobile version. And I'm going to go to align, and I'm going to align to the center. And I'm going to go back again, and I'm going to align to the middle. That way I can make sure that I'm resizing all of these together. So we're going to go like that. I'm going to kind of put it up here to the top. I'm going to take my R and bring it down. Okay. You hold down shift, it's going to bring it right down like in that straight line. And then I'm going to drag and select them all. Just like any design program, you're going to see me do the same thing in Silhouette Studio. We hold down shift to deselect. If somebody wants to put that in the comments, add some notes. Hold down shift to deselect. So we hold down shift keyboard and then click. Okay, that's going to deselect the main image. Then I'm going to come back to, which I really feel like these need to be smaller. I'm just going to go ahead. Man, I really feel like this needs to be smaller. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to hold down shift. Nope, I still need this part. So we're going to bring this down. Then I'm going to select everything again, hold down shift, click on Usher. We're going to go back to those 3 dots. I'm going to now go to space evenly, and I'm going to go space vertically. And that's going to fill those in. Now, I probably could make them a little bit closer. So we just have to go back in. I'm going to hold down shift and let's see, maybe not that much. ESH. I just realized that that's spelled wrong. I'll switch it in a minute. Haha. So we're going to make that a little bit bigger, and we're going to flip these 2. And just holding down shift to select, and then we're going to redistribute this again. Okay. Now that we have our text where we want it at, we need to make duplicates. So I need the background. That's the first one. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we're going to click on Usher and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Once you have those in place, you're going to drag each one of these to a letter. And you can just kind of move it in the general area. And once you're there, you're going to be able to see through it, and it's going to snap to the letter. Now, this looks kind of crazy because it's just like a bunch of repeats of his face. What you need to do now is double click on it. You're going to basically open up like edit photo. You're going to see crop, adjustments, things of that nature. Now you're going to resize it. So we're going to make him a little bit bigger. Pull the image, well, I'll say him, but any image that you're going to use, pull it to one corner. And that way you can pull this down, and you want to try and get it right to the edge to where it lines up, and then hit done. Now it's going to look like nothing has really changed until we add that layer to this. So I'm going to click on this one, double click. You have to do this one at a time. You cannot do this like multiple letters at one time. So I'm just going to go and get that to line up, hit enter, and we're just going to keep doing this. Now, when you are resizing it that first time, you have to make it big enough to go outside of the box. So let's say if I just go here, right? And I just make it slightly bigger. It's not going to let me move it. You have to move it to where it goes outside of the box. And sometimes even at the top. So it actually more so top or bottom, whichever way you're going to stretch it, it needs to go outside of the boundaries so that you can move it back. If you just increase it a little bit, it's not going to move. Then you can put it in the corner and then resize it to fit the box. Hit enter. And then the last one. So if I go here, I can line it up to the bottom and then bring this one up like that, and then hit enter. Like I said, looks like nothing has changed because it's letters over those exact same spots. We're now going to go back over to elements. I'm going to grab a shape and put this in the top corner and stretch this down to about halfway, or you can put it whatever distance you want it to be. Then we're going to go to the layers panel. So if you go to position, you're going to see your layers panel. We're going to click on this rectangle, and we're going to bring it underneath the letters. So between the letters and the original image. And that's how you create that effect in Canva. It's simple enough, but there is an easier way. So it's not something that's too complicated to be able to do. It's just time consuming. If you have a lot of letters that you're trying to do this for, it's just going to take a really, really long time because you have to adjust every single letter. But if you're new to Canva, if you've never seen this hack done, hopefully this has been helpful for you in understanding Canva a little bit better. If it did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, or like this video, depending on where you are watching it from, as well as like the page or subscribe, depending on where you're watching from. Now, we are now going to do this in, I'm sorry, I forgot one other thing. If you want to add the text to it. So I basically just went to text, and they have a lot of set up fonts and text and things like that you can add to it, and then you can just change out the words. So last time I used this particular one that says huge sale and changed it. So I just want to do this one so you can just see a different way of setting this up. And then we're just going to click on baked, highlight it, and type in. Am I on caps? No, I'm not. Coming, and grab one of the nodes to spread. Oh, wait, why did baked not disappear? Coming. Let's ungroup this. Oh, come on now. Ungroup. There we go. Home. And then I just made it bigger. to fit across, and then hold down Shift, select the text and make it smaller. And then you can change this to whatever color you want it to be. Oh, wait, you guys can't really see that. All right, there we go. So that's how we made this, and it can be whatever color you want it to be. Now, let's head on over to Silhouette Studio. Now we're going to take a look at how to do this from Silhouette Studio. Silhouette Studio is a free software that anyone can use. You do not have to have a Cameo machine, portrait machine, Curio, Mint. So you don't have to have any of the Silhouette machines in order to use Silhouette Studio. The software is completely free. You're just going to go over to silhouetteamerica.com and download the software. There's a lot of different versions to it. So once you go to the website, you go to Get Software and then Learn More. Under Legacy, there's a lot of different versions depending on your computer and its resources. How powerful of a computer you have will kind of determine which system, especially if you have a Windows computer, which one you can use. I personally would recommend that you start at 4.3.370, the 32-bit, and then slowly work your way up. If you ever get to a version and it doesn't work, we do have videos showing how to go back down to an older version. You're going to have to, of course, uninstall it and then use the older version. This is something that is not in an app store. If you have just a Chromebook or just a mobile device, you will not be able to use Silhouette Studio. You must have a Windows-based PC or laptop or a MacBook or an iMac. You cannot do it from a Chromebook or any mobile device. You also do not look for the program in the App Store. You have to go to silhouetteamerica.com, create a free account, and download the software. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I just so happen to love this software and what you can do in it. All right, here we go. We're going to start with the image. We have our text, and I already brought in my box. So I'm going to show you where to go at in order to add these things to your screen. So for text, there is an A on the left-hand side. You click on that, click on your screen, and you can begin typing. So U-S-H-E-R. I'm going to click off. I'm going to click in that area, just like any other program. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to double click and take my blue line and pull it back like this. And then we can adjust the spacing on it by going to the A on the right-hand side. This is where you can adjust the font as well as some other things. And then line spacing. There we go. You're going to go to line spacing and move it up or down, however you kind of see fit, and then resize it on your image. So with Silhouette Studio, you can do any font. All right. I'm going to just add some color to this just so you can see where it is. Then we're going to take our rectangle. I made the rectangle by going over to the drawing tool on the left-hand side, picking the first one, and then you're just going to draw out your rectangle. So I've already made mine to fit here. Another little tip that you can do is if you click on your image and you duplicate it. So if we go copy, paste in front, I'm just going to make it purple and then just slide it over how far you want. So that's another way that you can kind of like make the box. So we have this here. We're going to click on the word usher. I'm going to click on, I just duplicated. So I'm going to click on the word usher. I'm going to hold down shift. I'm going to click on the rectangle. I'm going to right click and make it a compound path, and we're done. That's it. That's what it took to do it in Silhouette Studio. No adjusting or anything like that. You're going to take your text, you're going to place it over the box, and you're going to make it a compound path. Was that not super easy? And then if you want to be able to put it in a different program, all you have to do is just save it as a JPEG. So if I wanted to, let's say, make this as a Tumblr, I'm going to do a little bit more than what I did kind of like in Canva. So y'all know Silhouette Studio is my program. So I'm always going to give you a little bit more. I'm going to give you a little bit extra when it comes to the Silhouette Studio of it all. So I'm just going to make a box. Don't worry about it being black. I somehow made that my default. I'm going to come to the top. I'm going to make that 9.35 by 8.15 because that's what I use. Oops, let me unlock it. That's what I use for my tumblers that I purchase based off of the size of it. So I use 9.35 by 8.15. You would put in whatever your measurement is for your tumblers. I'm going to duplicate this down here. We're going to make it a little bit smaller. And let's zoom in, okay? All right, we're gonna make this a little bit bigger here. I'm gonna send this to the back. Let's remove the color. I can probably move him up just a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to select it, modify, and crop. I'm going to duplicate him in front. I'm going to use keyboard shortcuts this time, but in the first one I showed you how you can copy and paste in front. And I'm going to move this over to about here. And we're going to grab our usher. Click on the word usher and our rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and center it. Oh, wait, why did you do? Hold on. Why won't you center? Oh, because it's still in text mode. I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to hold down shift, click, right click, make it a compound path. And I can leave this color. I can make it, his Usher album has like this peach feel to it. So I can make it peach. I can make it white. I can make it, black or the gray. You may not see it as much because of like the background. You want something that's going to be a contrast to it. So any of these colors, the name will stand out. If let's say like, oh man, it's a little too close to his ear. Guess what? We can move the whole thing over. And let's say I wanted it to be here. And then I'm just going to click on these and move them back towards the end. So I can move the whole thing. Or I can double click, hold down shift, select all of the edit points for the words, and I can move it wherever I want. So many cool things that you can do in Silhouette Studio. You just have to learn the program. Now, there are some extra things that you can do. And if you are enrolled in my Essentials to Silhouette Studio class, I'm going to add this as a bonus video to show you how you can add text effects like what you see here to make it stand out. Wait, I'm going the wrong way for you guys over here. So we have some text effects on screen. So I'm going to add an extra video onto your dashboard on how I did that. This is like great job. Every time you say his name, the people in my head say Usher, Usher, Usher. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick demonstration on how to do the peekaboo effect in Silhouette Studio, as well as Canva. If you are watching the Silhouette version of this, because I'm going to put these as individual clips and you want to see it done in Canva, be sure to check out our YouTube channel, 365 Creative Academy, because that one, since it's Canva, will be on that one, or on also on Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel. The Silhouette one will be on Silhoueholics Anonymous. If you are interested in learning Silhouette Studio and just learning about all of these tools and features that are available in this software, head on over to our website, shop.hse365.com, and enroll in our Essentials of Silhouette Studio training. Right now, we are in our first round of refresher sessions. So we originally taught this over the course of 30 days. You have unlimited access, lifetime access to those recordings, along with the worksheets, the note guide, access to our exclusive groups that you can get help. And then we have our refresher sessions going on right now. The refresher sessions are normally on Thursdays or Saturdays. Today we have one at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going over image effects. Next week is on a Saturday at 12:30. We're going over edit points. And then we have replicate the following Thursday, depending on when you're watching this. So today is, of course, February 15th. So depending on when you're watching this, the sessions may have already happened and they're just going to be on your dashboard. The cost as of today is $103.65 if you're doing a one-time payment, and $115.63 if you are doing buy now, pay later. We also have study hall sessions. The study hall sessions will continue through. So even in the second quarter of the year, we're going to have study hall sessions regularly. And then, of course, we'll start the refreshers again in the third quarter of the year, but you do not have to wait until that time. You can enroll in the course, start working through it at your own pace, your own time. It's not a requirement to be in the Zoom sessions because each session is recorded and you have access to the playbacks. All right, that sounds good to you? Head on over to the website to check that out. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.